8 million 4 times, and I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC East rivals. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. All that and more coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Zerline set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much. Ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. Come on, time to play.
Rock and roll, baby. You can't beat us. Let's rock and roll.
2nd and 9. Here's Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Mark that one against one of the top left tackles in the league, Tyron Smith. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Breece Hall, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 60 yards. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start the drive with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Gets around him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And now they'll throw with Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some set yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen running the option to the left. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They run the counter with Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Cook running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he shifts past him. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. To the air. Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return is Gibson. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play though gets them right back up to that level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, what a move. And a decent game there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll have the Jets 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Rodgers to throw once more. He dumps this one off here to Hall. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now Rodgers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
This now a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. On the return is Gibson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And New York set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Straight ahead is Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Ruckert hauling it in on the out route. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After the main field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. It's caught. Cooper. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On play action, Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football. And he
can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Option play. Here's Hall. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's complete to Williams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Here's 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Zerline's kick is up and through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Allen and the Bills now. Down 16-14. A minute 12 to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing, Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. comes second down. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Huge play there. Now, to use that timeout or try to hustle it up?
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This a long one in the elements here in the snow. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This no gimme in the snow. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.